Technology of my 3 action platformer. I have released 3 platformers on Steam. The first Stamp Boy is made by Unity Engine. Kitten Lost Her Box and Cat War are made by FeiNA. In this video I will share why I use FeiNA instead of Unity in my technology exploration of platformer. Give up Unity is not matter with install fee. Last year Unity published install fee farce. As a small developer I felt hurt, but it was not enough to affect my choice of engine. Unity is still an excellent game engine, especially when you're developing across PC and Switch. I actually recommend Unity, but I like lightweight program. Unity is still a little bloated. It takes a long time to open the project. Switching code slightly and compiling in circles is also a bit of a drag. I've also tried GameMaker and Godot, but dynamic scripts are not very happy to use. Exna has the advantage of being lightweight without being too low rise. I'd also plan to always make a single genre action platformers. So using the static language C is also convenient for iterative refactoring. I can open a project and start writing code in 5 seconds. A lot of it has to be written by own, but it's not that difficult. For a game like mine with less UI, it's actually quite appropriate. Action platformer technology exploration. I was first exposed to the QWERTY engine under Unity, standing under the plugin to save energy. However, QWERTY engine code is more convoluted and difficult to expand changes. It might be better to just change the point parameters with the functionality it provides. And this platformer feel is not exactly to my liking. Then I saw Rex engine and saw how it felt, and the code organization is relatively easy to expand. I also used this plugin to make my first game, Stamp Boy. The plugin is no longer available. The author went to work for a company that specializes in console games. He don't have time to continue this plugin development. Then I really didn't like Unity and switching to GameMaker. Also purchased platformer game tutorials to learn how to make them. It is intended to expand the development based on the tutorial, but I can't get used to a dynamic language. Saw the platformer game physics system tutorial by the developer of Celeste, and a demo of his platformer technology in the language of Beef. I copied it once in Exna. At that moment I decided to make a platformer game based on it. Code architecture. Currently using the Exna framework is equivalent to the underlying rendering and hardware control layer. On top of it I use a NIS open source framework responsible for some broad system layers, such as collision detection, scene management, physical parts, state machines, frame animation, rendering level management, and so on. I usually work more with the game logic layer. For example, the sequence system of cutscenes, the save achievement system, and the underlying logic system for platformers. My basic platformer physics was based on the Celeste developer's article, and examples of them writing in the language of Beef. Based on that and expanded. So far, the results have been satisfactory, although many systems need to write by myself. But I believe everything is iterative. I also don't advocate excessive iteration within a project. This leads to a lot of useless code. I advocate iterating project by project. Because of the actual application scenario, you know what can be generalized. Otherwise, it's easy to over-optimize. In the beginning, there were a lot of strange bugs in the Kitten project. Inexplicable breakdown, weird behavior or something. When I was done, I got a lot less when Cat Warrior released. There are basically no weird problems. I believe in the next game or even the game after that, the internal core code will be more stable and reliable. Keep iterating to optimize code structure. It's a lesson I've learned over the years in the game industry. Sum up, I'd also recommend not just changing the engine, but having the main framework. Other engines do good things. You can take it to your own hands. For example, I consulted the Godot tutorial when learning some shaders. Some of the platformer logic also references GameMaker Studio's platformer tutorials. There is no perfect tool, only the right tool in the hand. No matter what engine or how you make the game, the most important thing is to put your energy and enthusiasm into it. Continue to challenge yourself to improve your ability to make the ideal game. Hope this video is helpful for you. See you in the next video.